So we're gonna have to go back on this one. Not only back to the first ever generation of My Little Pony, but also before there was even an animated cartoon show. We must talk about the origin of the toy line itself. The year was 1981 and Hasbro unveiled its new line of My Little Ponies. Created by designer Bonnie Zackerly, these were little plastic horses with brushable hair and cutie marks, or as they were just simply called symbols in the first generation. These were a huge commercial success, and like all toy-based products back then, it led to an animated series. No dissimilar to Friendship is Magic, the series follows magical talking ponies living their carefree lives. The series taking place in Ponyland instead of Equestria, and Dream Valley instead of Ponyville. Unlike the generations to follow, G1 is interesting in that you have human characters usually meant for little girl viewers to identify with, namely Megan, who would actually go on to be referenced with this background character from Equestria Girls. How fitting, FIM's humanized spin-off series paying homage to the original human girl from this franchise. Speaking of, that brings us to the first piece of animation from this franchise, Rescue at Midnight Castle. Or Rescue from Midnight Castle, or Escape from Midnight Castle. These alternate titles are awfully confusing, I gotta say. With an all-star cast including Sandy Duncan and Tony Randall, let's see where My Little Pony began. This is Rescue at Midnight Castle. We begin with the iconic theme song that carried over many generations that people pretend to dislike but secretly love. You know who you are.
You go, a smiling face.
Here we meet a few of the characters this generation had. Twilight, later to be the mother of Twilight Sparkle in G4, Applejack, pre-countryisms and cowgirl hat, Lauren Faust's personal favorite Firefly, aka prototype Rainbow Dash, Bowtie, and a little filly named Ember. No relation.
Twilight, will I ever fly like Firefly and Medley?
No, Ember. Not all little ponies can fly.
And some end up accomplishing princesshood and earning a pair of wings. So keep it up, Ember. That could be you someday. But in that instant, the sky goes dark, the winds pick up, and the ponies are attacked by these dragon-like creatures called Stratodons, and a few of them are taken away. All of these creatures being led by one Scorpan, who in turn is working for one Lord T-Rex. The reason he wants these ponies is so he can turn them into dragons, so we can use them to pull his chariot and unleash a rainbow of darkness all across the land. But more on this plan later. In the meantime, Firefly heads off across the land to find help and comes across a 10-year-old farm girl named Megan, and look! She has a horse! They do exist!
Hop on! You do know how to ride, I hope.
Of course I know how to ride.
Wait!
Hey, where are we going?
To help my friends. They need you.
Me? What can I do?
You're strong.
No, I'm not.
You can fight.
No, I can't.
And you can fly.
All I'm left wondering is how far did Firefly have to travel to find her? I know they rewrote history in Equestria Girls and had humans be a part of their own separate world, but as far as I can tell, humans are a normal thing in this generation. So do you think Megan's family were close by Ponyland, or were they really far away since her horse doesn't seem to talk like the ponies do? Either way, they share a song number as the girl and the Pegasus fly across the night sky. Meanwhile, with Scorpan, he's locking up ponies and preparing them for T-Rex. Also, we see the introduction of Generation 1 Spike.
Listen, Scorpan, can I go with you next time, huh? Can I?
No, Spike!
I can slither really fast, Scorpan, really fast.
Not now, Spike! Not now!
Good to see that Spike was always a loyal friend who was eager to help out whenever he could. Though, interestingly, he was allied with the villains instead of Twilight in this generation. Hey, as long as he's not a foppish British dragon trying to pressure a pony into princesshood like in G3, I think we'll be fine. Here, we finally see and hear this version of T-Rex, and apparently he's played by the narrator of the 80s Transformers cartoon. One Hasbro franchise to another. But for the first half of the special, they keep him in shadow, hearing his eerie voice while he demands so much from Scorpan and stroking this sack that contains the Rainbow of Darkness. Back with our heroes, Firefly and Megan make it to Dream Valley.
This is
Whoa! Whoa! Everybody instead of every pony? That's insane to hear after 10 years of hearing every pony and later every creature in Friendship is Magic. But then the Stratodons show up, and now it's time for Megan to show her stuff and help defend the ponies by standing there in shock and then getting captured. Oh, okay. But Megan is saved from falling to her doom by Scorpan, who is slowly showing a change of heart, but that'll be elaborated on later. For now, he and his army of Stratodons fly off with even more ponies in their clutches, namely that little filly Ember.
Now come on, we'll save our friends. Somehow.
Back at Midnight Castle, it seems T-Rex has all the ponies he needs for his dragon transformation, but he asks to have Ember removed because she's too small. Here he walks out of the shadows, revealing what he looks like, and while not as epic as the FIM T-Rex, he's still quite intimidating as a character, especially how he threatens to hurt Spike if Scorpan doesn't find a replacement pony.
And Scorpan, if by midnight I do not have a fourth pony, ahead will roll his...
Jeez Louise. Back with Megan and the ponies, they're crossing an unkempt bridge as they search for someone called Moochick who can help them save the day. How do they know this Moochick character? What is his connection to the ponies? They don't really explain. All we know is that he has a lot of magical expertise and we'll see him later on. For now, Applejack ends up falling into the river below and Megan jumps in after her to save her, and then we get the scene. You know the one. You know that scene.
Shooby-doo, shoop-shoopy-doo. Call upon the sea of ponies when you're in distress. Helpful as can be, ponies simply signal SOS.
This scene just shows up in the middle of the special. Do what? Nah, but for real though, the song is actually incredibly catchy, and it's easy to see how this became such a big meme within the fandom. Shoopy-doo, shoop-shoopy-doo. It's catchy. Once our heroes regroup, they find the Mushroom Kingdom and this Moochick they were searching for.
Yes, T-Rex going to force your friends to bring in the night that never ends.
How can he be stopped?
Ah, somebody's got to sneak into his castle and swipe his rainbow of darkness.
Oh, so unlike T-Rex and G4, who wanted to absorb all of Equestria's magic and destroy the world around him, this one seems to be more in line with Nightmare Moon as he wants to bring upon eternal darkness. But why exactly? Nightmare Moon was motivated by spite after no pony was showing any appreciation for the night as much as the day. Here, T-Rex just wants to do this all because the Kool-Aid Man is red, I don't know. Either way, Moochick tells them the only way to counteract T-Rex's main weapon, the Rainbow of Darkness, in the sack that he has with him at all times, is a Rainbow of Light. But how are they going to find one of those? Well, he explains through song, all the while he makes a mess of his own home.
Somewhere there's a little piece of rainbow. I saved it for a rainy day. It's either underneath the rug or in the cupboard. Ugh, but have no fear, I'll find it right away.
It's gotta be around here somewhere. Oh, it's the rainbow! The rainbow of light.
Well now, that was easy. Onto the castle, the ponies and Megan make it in with some help from the sea ponies. Scorpan finally decides to go against T-Rex and free Spike and Ember from their cell that they're held in. Meanwhile, Megan and the ponies wander through the halls to find the Rainbow of Darkness.
How are we ever gonna find that Rainbow of Darkness?
We've just gotta keep looking.
Oh, come now. That's not nice. Don't be a bully. Now that he has one more pony, it seems T-Rex's plan has gone into full effect as he turns the ponies into dragons. But Scorpan bursts into T-Rex's lair to help stop him and save the day. And this results in an admittedly pretty cool third act climax, as Megan and Firefly fly up after him and manage to knock the sack with the Rainbow of Darkness out of his hands, resulting in a game of keep away, long before they did it in Return of Harmony and the first Equestria Girls movie, as the Rainbow of Light is unleashed and defeating T-Rex for good. Dang! be in Rush Hour 3. So T-Rex is defeated, the Stratodons turn back into butterflies and blue jays, and Scorpan turns into a human prince.
Scorpan! What's happening?
He's really a prince.
Tirak turned me into Scorpan when he took over my kingdom.
Aren't you gonna change back to what you were?
Not me. I've always been a baby dragon.
Huh, interesting that T-Rex and Scorpan aren't brothers, and T-Rex was seemingly destroyed instead of being banished to Tartarus like the G4 reinterpretation of this story. So that was Rescue at Midnight Castle, and overall, well, as for positives, the animation is pretty good, even for 80s animation, despite the occasional hiccup here and there. Even though I wasn't born at that time, I will say it's probably nostalgic for those who grew up with it, much like other 80s toy line-based shows like Transformers or G.I. Joe. The music is also pretty good. I cannot stress enough how great the Sea Pony song is, like unironically. As far as flaws go, yeah, the pacing was a little bit rushed, I will admit. Which is sad, because with more time you could probably flesh out lots of character development for characters like Megan, Scorpan, T-Rex, Moochik, or any of the ponies for that matter. Still, this special clearly left a mark on MLP's history, as a lot of it inspired Lauren Faust, and T-Rex was eventually brought back in Friendship is Magic. So, meh. Nothing great, but it certainly has its place. Well, we only have one Pony Fanboy review left for the year, so what could we possibly do?
Hello?